Hey friends, Leigh Brown here with One Community Real Estate, and it's time for your annual packing tips video. And you're wondering, well, Leigh, where are we going? Well, we're apparently going to the bathroom, and then we're going to the living room, and then we'll just go to the break room too, because we're not in New Orleans for our annual NAR conference. But just because we're not going to New Orleans doesn't mean you can't be the best version of yourself in virtual world. So amen, friends. Oh, look, I need to stand up straight and tall. My posture's terrible these days. I blame the Zoom. First thing you need for your annual virtual conference is your eye cream that Wendy Harris turned me on to a while back to help with the puffy bags. Because, friends, you're going to be on video a lot. And y'all have been used to seeing yourselves for too long now. Yes, Carrie, we're packing this in the bathroom so we will look decent in the camera. So we're fixing to pack some things up. You just wait, friend. You just wait. Hey, Barb. Hey, James. So, look, we've got Chicago, California, Michigan already on here, ready to go places. Now, I will tell you that once you get your face looking decent, and it's not just for the ladies. Some of y'all gentlemen, y'all got some issues too with the bags. I'm just saying. So let's figure out what we're going to wear. You need to know that we're going to observe you from the waist up. So would you please have pants on? I really shouldn't have to say this to amazing leaders in any profession, but especially in real estate. Y'all know what has happened this year on the interwebs. Pants, please. Pants. Skirts are fine too. I don't care if they're pajama pants, yoga pants. I will be having my favorite ones on. Y'all know my favorite pants are these. These are my yoga pants that look like jeans. And I even fooled the kids on my softball team the other day that I'm coaching, because the girls walked up to me and said, Coach Leigh, are those jeans? And I said, no, they're yoga pants. These are the fancy one with the butterflies on them. Y'all won't see them on Zoom, but I'm going to have them on because they're comfortable. And then when my UPS man comes to the door, I go over there and, I hug his neck because, we have decided that we're not going to give up hugging in life. So, deal with it. And then find you some decent blouses. Okay. So I might wear long sleeve. I might wear short sleeve. I don't care. See, wear whatever you want to this year. But, I do wear my favorite flats, and that's these Rothy's. Somebody messaged me the other day and said, did I remember which flats I recommended? I said, honey, I've got an addiction to them. It's kind of sad. I got all the colors right here. And since you like my camo, Jim, I've got pink camo wrote these too, and they are the ones that are machine washable. So if you're taking off your shoes when you're showing houses during the COVID, then wear some machine washable shoes, because that's a good idea. And speaking of shoes, I forgot to tell y'all the other ones that you need are these ones. You knew this was coming, right? Because realtors, when we're together, we always pack our run-in or walking shoes, because there's a Facebook group called Realtor Runners and Walkers. For some of y'all are slow, and we love you anyway. And maybe this year you're going to have to walk to the end of the driveway and back, but there's a 5K happening. So when you sign up for the NAR annual conference online, you can add a 5K to your registration. And that's our big fundraiser for the Realtor Relief Foundation. Now, some of y'all are extra special and you want to be on Team Leigh Brown. Team Leigh Brown, these are our shirts. I advertised navy, and I went actually with one that's closer to Realtor Blue. We are the gold diggers. And that extra $50 goes to Realtor Relief. And my people have actually donated at this point. I think we have like 40 people on the team. So what's that, an extra $2,000? So yay, Team Gold Diggers. If you want to be a part of Team Leigh Brown, by the way, I've got a couple of shirts left, and we're having a cocktail hour together on the Zooms on November the 10th, I think, because y'all, if you did not know, Realtor Relief Foundation needs your money. So I'll tell y'all about your schedule here in a minute. I need you to think about being prepared for your virtual conference. You need to make sure that your break room is stocked. So put some things in your refrigerator that are good, wholesome snacks. I'm going to show y'all what my favorite snack is. Not the Jell-O. The Jell-O is for the children, because, you always have room for Jell-O. And you need to get these things. Rollino, which is pretty creative, the prosciutto and mozzarella cheese sticks. That's my favorite protein snack, and I don't have to do it. Now, I know I can get some, prosciutto and mozzarella and make them myself, but y'all, I have to fix supper. I can't fix snacks too. And now you want to think about the most important part of your NAR conference, friends. That's the coffee pot. Yes, because if you're going to do an NAR conference the right way, it will involve a lot of coffee. So make sure you've got one with a timer on it. Mine is the Black & Decker, and it cost me approximately $30 because I am so fancy. And then I have the Keurig if I need to change things up. But I frankly switched to my cheap Black & Decker during the pandemic because Keurig is like 50 cents a cup. And I was drinking a whole pot at the time. So I went really, really cheap and started buying the Folgers. I'm not quite in my grandmother's space yet. That's when I'm buying Sanka. I'm not in Sanka space yet. Now, if you're also going to be a good person at an NAR conference, you want to make sure that you have a collection of things for happy hours and receptions. I can't wait to visit the Women's Council installation, the Realtors Residential Real Estate, RRC, the Residential Real Estate Council. I'm so old, I was trying to say CRS and my brain got messed up. And so what has happened is they've already had their installation for their people, but you can drink in their honor anyway. We're going to have our big installation for your NAR leadership team. And somebody said, Leigh, show us what dress you're wearing. I said, what's the point? I put it on, and then I had to do a toast on a pre-recorded video. But y'all can pretend that it's live. I mean, just pretend, okay? So now I think we're good. You don't have to do laundry right now, but you can start it during the NAR conference. But full disclosure, would y'all please stop running the vacuum during your Zoom meetings? We know what you're doing in the background. And so here's what you need for the best conference experience possible. First thing you need is a jacket. So this is from the Bob Turner collection at NAR. That's why it's camo. Although Bob got his feelings hurt when I told him about this jacket because they only had it left in like a double X or an extra small. And Bob is in between extra small and double X. And this is the point where Wendy Turner gets in the feeds and starts to laugh. So we're going to get into our dining room chair here because, you know, the dining room is my studio. And I will show you what you need for a successful NAR. I would be packing this. I had to change my heating pad because I'm a medium-aged realtor stuck in Zoom hell. And so this is going to help you survive when your shoulders hurt and your back hurt from sitting in the chair all day. And you can stand up and sit down and stand up. Now, when we do the NAR conferences, we get about 20,000 steps a day. So since we're not getting 20,000 steps a day, we're going to have to do some squats and stand up and sit down. Carolyn, I know, she's, why am I here? I know, see, you just got sucked in. I know, we're doing packing tips for the NAR virtual conference. So if you wonder why you've landed in a weird spot, welcome to Realtor Packing. This is normally packing things. Now I'm gonna show y'all something else I bought for myself that has made Zoom World more fun. Look down here on the floor. Look, I bought myself up lights on Amazon for like 30 bucks, and I can change the colors. If I want to do a commercial event, if I go to CCIM or to SIOR, I'm going to change it to red. And if I'm in the residential side, I'm going to change it to blue. And then if we're doing RPAC, I'm going to change it to purple. And then we're going to sit down here. By the way, y'all need a decent light. Some of y'all do not yet know how to light up your Zoom studio. Get some light so if we look at you on camera, you won't look so washed out because some of y'all look pretty rough on camera. And get yourself one of these two, a stand. That's about 40 bucks to hold my laptop up. And then you don't have to look up my nose. And I have been working very hard so y'all do not have to look up my nose. Here's what else we're going to pack for a successful conference. We're going to pack a schedule. So here's what you need to attend, especially if you're a realtor who don't spill the liquor. Sometimes you have children in your house during the NAR virtual conference and they shouldn't be messing with the adult beverages. You didn't break anything, did you? Didn't mess the expensive stuff up. Timmy says yes. Corey says no. Now I'm frightened to go in my kitchen. So let me just pay attention to y'all for a minute because Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, so you need to know what to come for. Now, some of y'all come to conferences on the regular and you already know how this works, but some of y'all are new, and I'm so glad that you're coming to virtual world so you can come see in real world all together next year. You've already missed NAR 360, but when you have your registration at nar.realtor, you can still sign up, by the way. And NAR 360 is like your big overview for what's happening at the realtors. Melissa, I love the upside down salad bowl as a laptop stand. That totally distracted me, but I freaking love that. And I may have to copy that idea for effect, frankly. So here's what else you need to know about. There are going to be opportunities to visit with the Leadership Academy. And so some of you probably want to be in the Leadership Academy. So why don't you come hear their capstone projects and think about how you could participate in this program in the future. And some of you just want to celebrate those among us that were willing to serve and learn and grow. So come to that on November 2nd. And then on November the 5th, it's one of my favorite things at the NAR annual conference. And I have to get a special prop for this thing that you want to come to on November 5th. So I'm walking past the break room. Also, something you need to practice during the NAR virtual conference, walk past the break room. Some of y'all have had trouble resisting. I'm getting a box of Kleenex, or is this Puffs? No, this is actual Kleenex brand. See, Kleenex feels realtors because everybody thinks a Kleenex is a Kleenex, but Puffs are not Kleenex. And a real estate licensee is not a realtor. See, know the difference to protect the brand. Okay, so why did I get... Oh no, the Basil Hayden's in a special spot, James. It ain't sitting with the other liquor. Mama's smart. I got my Kleenex because on November 5th, we get to celebrate the Good Neighbor Awards. And y'all, if you ever want to feel like a complete and total slacker, watch the Good Neighbor Awards and find out how many people among the realtor profession are doing things that are big, gigantic, and frankly, just off the charts amazing. You're going to cry because it's seriously a cry fest, but it's happy crying together. And even though we're not together in person, there'll be plenty of crying over Zoom. And so we should all cry together because it's happy crying. We need some of that. And then if you want to hang out with the young folks, the YPN reception is at 6 p.m. These are all Central Time, by the way, and that's on November 5th. And you should know this, the YPN reception normally starts much later at night because the YPNers have quite the reputation. But this will probably be the most wholesome YPN reception ever, so you should totally log in for that. And then if you want to hear who's running for our elected office at NAR, and that would be your candidates for First Vice President, Tracy Casper and Mike McGrew, you can hear from them on November 6th at 1 o'clock Central Time. They will be telling us why they should be our first vice president. And then, of course, if you're on the NAR board of directors, your email has been completely slapped full for the last couple of days. But there's a pre-meeting and a test of your systems on November 6th. So if you're not super Zoom confident or not confident in the meeting play platform, please come to the test because it's kind of painful when you don't. And then there's the Global Award ceremony on November 6th at 6 o'clock. Now, November 10th, this is a wonderful forum to attend, especially if you want to know what the realtors do besides sell houses. The Regulatory Issues Forum is at 10 a.m. on November 10th. Super important to know what's happening on the regulatory side, which is even drier and more boring than public policy, but super critical to your businesses and to your clients. And I'm going to have to hold my arm up because it's tired now. And then the Treasurers Forum is on November 10th at 11:30. That's where you can hear about the budget and ask any questions that you have. And you got to pre-submit, though, because we got a lot of members that might be there. But you can hear a lot of information about what happens with dues dollars and what you're doing out there. Also find out why your dues dollars were spent this year on Right Tools right now. I've been really proud of our association for helping members not just get through the pandemic era, but go blasting right through it like superstar champs. And then let's see what else y'all want to go to. Oh, on 11/11, there will be an election analysis post-election. I can't wait to be post-election. How about y'all? November 11th at 1 o'clock, you'll hear some pros talk about the election. That's going to be pretty fascinating. And then we have the inauguration of the leadership team on 11/11 at 4:30. And then let's see, your regional caucuses are on 11/12. Now, if you are a new to NAR convention person, your state belongs to a region. If you don't know what that is, message me and I will tell you. I'm region 4, spoiler alert, that's North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky. And so you want to go to your regional caucus. You'll hear from your regional vice president and your state presidents and get some updates on what's been happening in and around your region. That's super good. Great for networking too, because y'all really should know your neighbors really well. The board of directors meeting is on the 13th. If you're not on the board, I'm so sad that you can't come, but we don't have unlimited seats there. And it is a board body that does have fiduciary responsibilities. So just, ask questions of your representative. Wherever you are, you've got a rep on there asking questions. Oh, on November 13th. Oh, I got to have a special prop for November 13th. I forgot to pack something. Carrie is already probably done with my video now, although I like to watch her and Mark in their kitchen. If you're not friends with Carrie and Mark Little, you're missing out on a really good time. Okay, so for November 13th, I have to get down to the bottom of my closet here to find, well, my mess apparently. Where are my boots at? Looking for my cowboy boots. Maybe some child has borrowed them. Nope, here we are. There's a boot. You know why I need boots on November 13th? Because if you are a major investor with the Realtors Political Action Committee, we're going to have a private concert with Keith Urban. Can you believe that? I mean, like, for real. So our Vice President, Christine Hansen from Florida, was the lucky girl who got to hang out in the green room with him while he did a private concert for us. So if you're a major investor, I don't care if you like country or not. I don't think he's real country, but he's real cute. So you can come watch that. When was that? November 13th. It says conference kickoff on November 16th. Well, that's because the front couple of weeks is all meetings. So if you're thinking, Leigh Brown, we're talking about a month's worth of time. I know. See, this is how productive realtors are. When we have a convention, we normally have a convention that lasts a week and a half. But when you unstack the amount of stuff that we get done in that time frame, it takes us a month. And so governance is all the way till the 16th. You're going to have a general session on the 17th, a general session on the 18th, and you've seen some of your speakers get announced. The closing session on the 18th, that's Glennon Doyle. She's a big author. John Legend is one of our sessions. And then there's lots of educational sessions that are happening. Oh, like with me, you get to come see one of my educational classes at some point in that week. I don't know if it's the 18th or what, I've already forgotten, but we'll include a link. So when you're packing, I want you to think about all these important things. If you don't know how to use Meeting Play, that's the place where we're having the conference, go look it up and get familiar with it. And make sure that when you put this stuff on your calendar, that you plan to log in. There's also some networking inside the app. Y'all can say hey to each other. You can text each other off the platform. But remember that one of the biggest reasons we do conferences and conventions is the networking and the camaraderie that comes from professionals talking to professionals. So come to things with an open mind, come from curiosity as to what you can learn from other realtors to make your community better. I would give anything to be in New Orleans with all my fellow pros this year, but it ain't happening. So I can't wait to see y'all in Meeting Play and online. Make sure that you're getting involved for the Realtor Relief Foundation, that you're getting involved with the regulatory and legislative affairs of our association, that you know what's happening with your caucus, and you get to know each other. So if you have questions about how to plug in or where to plug in, this girl will help you, because I will tell y'all, the first time I went to this conference in person, which was, is always in person till this year, I was confused, lost, and just completely out of my gourd. I don't want you to go through that. So let us, who are already familiar with this stuff, help you plug in right now. And that way next year, when we're in person together, you will be the pro who can bring somebody else along, because that's what leadership is, y'all. Bring somebody along with you to the meetings, to the education, to the general sessions, to the open mind, so that we can all do real estate together. Because you know what? That's who we are. I'll see y'all online a lot for the next few weeks.